always remember why people fall for scams so easily. It's because y'all believe everything somebody tells you, especially if the person is clouded up. Tom Holland recently came out in an interview and said, hey, look, I'm kind of done with this Spider-Man thing. You know, it's time for me to move on. And of course, the internet lost their shit, not realizing that it's a negotiation tool he's using for a new contract. And just like the victim of a scam, you got used.
How you foreign niggas stop it? I was born in the tropics. I'm the way peep the mosh pit. And it came with a starship. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm really from the tropics. Fuck is you doing?
What's good, Digital Trap Squad? Y'all know what it is to check it, right? Alright, y'all, look. Tom Holland recently did an interview with GQ. We was talking about his future as Spider-Man, right? And obviously, my man's is doing a little bit of fear-mongering right now, using the public. Very smart move. But let's get into the quotes, right? They don't really make any sense. Open quote. Maybe it is time for me to move on. Maybe what's best for Spider-Man is that they do a Miles Morales film. I have to take Peter Parker into account as well, because he's an important part of my life. He says, but also, if I'm playing Spider-Man after I'm 30, I've done something wrong.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
My man's made 30 sound like it was 80. Hey man, get that wheelchair. Call up the Vibez company. I'm gonna need me a supplement tonight. Get the fuck out of here. 30 is not old, okay? First off. Secondly, what he's doing is he's using public pressure, right? This is something that a lot of actors are getting really good at and have been good at, right? When you're playing a character who's so beloved by so many millions of people, that's an echo chamber for your voice. So you put pressure on the people who are trying to maybe lowball you on an offer or don't want to give you certain demands in a contract. You say, hey, I'm going to just leave. Time for me to move on. And millions of people submerge on the company in anger and protest. He's using public pressure, right? That's a smart move by him. But it also shows that all of the, I'm sure, pieces of advice he's gotten from people that he's worked with are paying off, right? Multiple MCU movies with a lot of different actors. You look at the fact that he's played in an animated film with Will Smith. He just got done playing with Mark Wahlberg in Uncharted. These are actors who have been around for decades now, have negotiated many contracts, have made tens and I'm sure hundreds of millions of dollars. So he know what the fuck he doing. This is a public negotiation tool.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Yeah! Even more pressure that y'all have nothing to worry about is the fact that 48 hours later, Amy Pascal, that's right, the woman who likes to throw sandwiches at people and cry in her office, tough, winded up putting the flames out. She said in an interview on Spider Monday that, hey, we have a trilogy planned. And we're going to do more MCU movies with Tom Holland. And when she said that, I was like, that's Sony sending a public message back to Tom Holland. Like, hey, look, motherfucker, you could try that if you want to. We ain't going for that this time. Because if you go back to 2019, one of the things that got Spider-Man back in the MCU when it looked like he was going to leave was public pressure. Oh my God, Twitter was going crazy throwing insults at Sony. Sony was trending for weeks. People hated them. And Tom Holland did a little bit of, fear-mongering, like, blame them. Sony said, not this time, bitch.
See, I see what you're trying to do here. You're trying to make me feel bad.
But also, Spider-Man is too submerged in the MCU. Like, this motherfucker has too many things set up for his future. Maybe an appearance in Fantastic Four with John Watts directing that. A matchup coming with Venom. He is Spider-Man right now. They got him when he was 19 years old. Tom Holland. So get the fuck out of here. He's not going nowhere, okay? Especially when you have reports saying that he's going to replace Robert Downey Jr. as the figurehead in the MCU, right? The person who has a lot of stories for other characters that might revolve around him a little bit. Well, how you gonna get taken out the MCU? They're not gonna do that. Sony is stupid, but they ain't that stupid.
Because you're smart and stupid at the same time.
Speaking of, do y'all remember back in like 2014, 2013, when RDJ got done filming Iron Man 3? That was the end of his very first Marvel contract, right? And at the time, he was talking like, hey man, you know, I'm getting older, you know. I can't really be playing no superhero no more. Back the Brinks truck up, bitch. Back it up. I want all my money in singles, ho. He was negotiating through the public, putting pressure on them. He knew the value, the worth of his character, of him portraying that character. He understood that. So he used public pressure, right? These actors know how big these roles are, and they cannot be replaced. All due respect, we love Chadwick Boseman, right? Obviously. But when he passed away, Marvel Studios said we can't use T'Challa no more. These actors know. They know how big these characters are, right? Public negotiation. Tell them to bring me my money. FTB. Fade to black, nigga.
When I pull up, she gon' look though. Look at he mad, ain't look bro. She bad as hell, but can't cook though. It don't matter, but you still watching me while I did it for the look though. 100 feet worth of drip, don't drown this fly shit, that's the look though. And look though, I'm the wave, you can look though. I'm something different, I don't think you get it, but I still did it for the look though. Look though.